Hi, and welcome to this week's Read the Bible Together session. We are almost done with our Old Testament in a Year series, and we continue with a story about one of our more famous people in the Old Testament. We had Daniel last week, and this week it is Jonah. So it might be a familiar story, but I want you to think as you hear this story about Jonah's faith and how maybe it is how you feel some days too, where you think God is not looking, right? And God doesn't need me today. And then God sends you a different kind of message, just like he sent Jonah. So think of that, especially in the season of Advent, where we get very, very busy and caught up in life and maybe not taking all that time that we need with God each day, especially in the season of getting ready and preparing, right? So, Jonah and the big fish. Follow along in your own Bible in Jonah's chapters 1 through 4. So, one day when Jonah was just minding his own business, God spoke to him. God said, Jonah, I want you to go to Nineveh and tell the people that I know they aren't living the way I want them to. I want them to change their ways. And Jonah may have started out with the right idea, but once he started walking, Jonah began thinking about what a long walk it was to Nineveh. Jonah thought, I don't really want to go to Nineveh. I'll go the other way, and God will never know. So Jonah walked and walked away from Nineveh. And when Jonah got to the sea, he paid to get on a boat to take him even further away. Ah, Jonah yawned. All that walking has made me tired. I'm going to take a nap. And there you can see Jonah turning away from Nineveh and walking to the sea and catching a boat ride to just go further because he's maybe thinking God is not going to notice and doesn't really need me to share this news with the people of Nineveh. So Jonah is now on the boat and he curled up on a pile of rope and fell asleep. But God saw Jonah. Whoosh, God sent a strong wind that tossed the ship to and fro. And the sailors were afraid and they started throwing things overboard to make the boat lighter and save themselves. And the sailors were worried and wondered what was going on. They woke Jonah up, and Jonah said, God is mad at me for not listening. So throw me overboard. And they did, and suddenly the sea was calm again. Look out, Jonah. Here comes a big fish. Gulp, gulp, gulp. The fish swallowed Jonah, and Jonah sat inside the dark, smelly fish for 3 days and 3 nights. And Jonah prayed, help me, God. I'm sorry. Finally, the fish spit Jonah out on the beach. Trudge, 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 walk, walk, walk. Jonah went to Nineveh. He told the people what God had said, and they believed him and changed the way they were living. God was happy that the people of Nineveh were now living as God wanted. And there you can see Jonah in the fish. So his story might reflect our very own story in this season of Advent about um, not taking our God time seriously, right? Because it's just busy. But you just spent some God time in reading the story today. So say your prayers and prepare for that bigger story that Jesus has in store for us really soon.